Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again on another video, another live stream, another experience. I appreciate you sharing the space with me. It's a little bit different. You might notice there's no landscape. The reason for that is that there's a bunch of noise happening on that side, and I wanted to spare you from some of that noise. Unfortunately, there is still going to be gunfire in the background. My brother has friends over, so yeah. Thank you for joining me today, friends. I have ice in my water. I feel very fancy. It's so freaking hot today again, out of nowhere. I'm happy to be here though. Hey, there we go. The comments are coming through. Day 214. No other place I would rather be. How has your Monday been treating you, my friend? My Monday's been treating me really well, Yater. Like really, really well, actually, my friend. So well, in fact, that I microdosed on a little bit of lions this morning. You know, like maybe 50 mics, if you will. Maybe even less than that. But it's been very blessed. I'm so happy to be spending this time with you, friends. Lovely background choices. I'm happy that you appreciate / you know, don't hate it, Candace. I really do, because it's just kind of half dead plant. The reason it looks like that is because it got so cold that these poor leaves froze, and the water within them, or at least the structure within them, died as a result of that. Still pretty though. I see you too, friend. Looking right at you. Thank you for joining me. Hello, you dirty doji. Go and be with other dogs. Okay. Oh, steals my slipper first, you know. As is in a Kiki tradition. Here, just knocked the bottle with my slipper. Oh, so I'm at a little bit of a crossroads. So some of you friends, yeah, you can see I have some bud left from yesterday that I didn't roll into the joint, and I have another bud here that I know is, at least in my opinion, more pleasant to smoke. Like, I have a preference with my own bud as well, you know, even though I love them all equally. So now I'm like, I'm not gonna throw any of it away, obviously, but I'm curious now as to, should I do a mix? You know what? You tell me, friend. Tell me what I should do while I read your comments. Kira, it's so nice to have you as well, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Hi again, it's nice to have you as well. Cardio, thank you for joining us. I haven't been home yet. I cannot wait to check the mail and send mine. There we go, that's beautiful. Candace and Kiki here. A party background. I'm happy you appreciate it as well, Jovan. Like, I hope the sound is decent. Freaking stealing my rolling papers. Why steal my things? Is it because you want me to play with you? Is my undivided attention throughout the entire day not enough? No, I see you minding your own business. Time to terrorize. Trying to terrorize the grinder. Kiki, wat maak jy? Wat maak jy, Kiki? Huh? Is je mush? Is je mush? Give me some space, just for a bit, please. Please. I'll play with you directly afterwards, I promise. I'll give you my undivided attention again. But if you're going to be pulling at my pashminas, Kiki, next off, funny. Oh, I feel so distraught. Like my, Kiki. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Kiki, geef my bietjie spasie asseblief. Please. No, stop stealing my stuff. I feel like I'm trying to hold on to everything. I don't want to hold on to anything, Kiki. Please. Yeah, you can sit. Come and sit. Come and sit down. Come and sit. There you go. Yeah, chillax. Can you chillax? Can you chillax, please? It's really hot as well, though. Like, I'm already sweating. Kiki. Kiki. Help me! Help me, please! Kiki, alsjeblieft! Alsjeblieft, ek het alsjeblieft, Kiki, alsjeblieft. Alsjeblieft, geef my 'n bietjie spasie. Alsjeblieft. Please, please. Just a little bit of space. I feel like I've already lost that little nug. I don't even know where it is. I can't find it. I wonder if Kiki stole it as well. I wouldn't be surprised. She's trying to play with the grinder. Oh, she's chewing my pashmina. Something worth saying? Yes? Some structure, please? I need some structure. This is possible. What? Join with me. Okay, there. Okay. I don't think it's the right one for the moment. Mystery giving birth to mystery and returning to mystery without ceasing. You are indeed mysterious. Like, she's chewing on herself now because she has a bunch of fleas on her. And then they flee. And I'm their first choice, unfortunately. I feel like I'm so distraught. Please do bear with me. I'm sorry. I feel just as crazy, I promise. Let's see if I can find that nug. I do think Kiki might have stolen it, though. It's actually gone? Where did she put it? Send help. Please send help. Good afternoon, Estianiator. Didn't think God keeping score, but I've been rethinking it. I've been rethinking it as well, actually, my friend. Man, and thank you for bringing me back into it, if you will. You know, with the subject matter. Because this is something I was just talking about as well, with my brother's friend being over. Calm. Calm. We were talking about how people have been telling him that he's fucking his life up and this, that, and the other. And I was like, dude, I like to take things to extreme. And if you extrapolate our entire universe's existence, you know, into like a single image, and how big of a paintbrush stroke, if you will, the time we get to spend on this planet would be. Who is one person to say that the stroke that person make is any more worthy, any less worthy than the stroke another person made? And just to me, that just shows, at least in my opinion, just with the sheer scale of our current universe, that there shouldn't be this conceptualization of like God keeping score of us, the things we do. I think there is only love, you know, and from that love, more love will flow. I'm still looking for that bud. Like, I don't want to believe that she stole it and like have returned it to the earth, if you will. I wanna chalk it up to my own negligence, like that I've put it somewhere that I can't find it now. But I don't think that's the case. Damn it, Kiki. She makes me young. Or old. Or timeless. It reminds me of just the sheer non-knowing that it is me. Did she actually? You know what the funniest part about it is that's my favorite strain, and I literally have like, of the single nuggets, maybe like 50 nuggets left, and now I have 49 nuggets left without having without being able to experience the 50th nugget. Damn it, it makes me sad. Well, okay, I'm gonna compose myself, I promise. Oh, nice, that sounds fun. Hey, Estian, the leaves are so pretty dead. They can be. Isn't it a trip though? You know, I'm looking at technically a very injured plant right now. Let me do this. You know, very much injured, not having a good time. And still beautiful. and this will eventually have to get cut, and it will get decomposed, and all of its nutrients will get put back into the ground. Life continues on. There's beauty in rebirth. I'm still looking for it. Damn it. I'm gonna stop. I refuse. I won't look for it once again. I'll find it when it needs to be found. These are pretty. I don't believe God is keeping score. People's belief in God always points to something good. I see nothing but evil in this world, so God is not all good, or just not the almighty powerful being that he's portrayed as. The thing is, friend, like the almighty being we portray God as in like biblical understanding is one of duality, just because of our human nature, and just one of like human perception as well, you know. And we believe things to be real because we basically define for ourselves the thing in our experiences that we're like, these things, you know, this is why it's real, this is why God is this is why God is that. And it's like the analogy that really kind of resonated with me is that it is like searching for God within God, instead of realizing that you are a part of that which is God. And then in this godness, if you will, there is no duality, there is no separation between these things. These things, you know, that are like flowing around themselves, if you will, it's just there to create some agitation, to put some flavor into the mix. All the friends here, you make the world feel safer for me. May you have blessed and full joy, all of you. Thank you so much, Kira. That actually brought me back a little bit. What is my intention? You know, like I set the intention for calm, for drinking my water, that is calm. I want to say calm and quiet. You know what? I'll quiet my anxieties, my stresses, my little inner voices. I need to stop looking. I'm sure she stole it. That's the only explanation, right? Unless it like got portal to one of you friends. In that case, enjoy my bud, please do. Do you have a bong? I do have a bong, Fred. Oh, puppy, she's terrorizing me, Fred. Gonna focus on self-love today. I know Mammy would appreciate it. I'm actually feeling a lot of that stuff right now. Really feeling a lot of that stuff. And especially after the stuff that Mammy said. And I'm feeling that stuff within myself, you know, all of those anxieties, all of those nagging little voices. They're getting to me a little bit today, especially with the amount of sheer chaos. Like some backstory as well with my friend, or my brother's friend, if you will. I can say he's a friend of mine as well now. Like showing up, we were like getting into conversations, and I was like watching the time from the side, thinking that, oh yeah, it's gonna be 3 soon, so I'll have to get ready. And then my brother is like, hey dude, it's 4 o'clock, and I'm like, excuse me? So then it was a rush to get here. And then on top of that, you know, being a little bit of a rush, there is noise happening on that side where I usually stream. So I couldn't stream where I usually stream, so I had to move everything here. And then after having moved everything here, I sat down and I felt like there was even more chaos-inducing things happening in that moment as well. And now, I'm just like being frustrated. Like, where do I put it down? Where do I pick it up? I appreciate you friends bearing with me though. Thank you so much. We all need self-love. Along with loving others as oneself is important. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I appreciate you friends loving me, and you know, I love you as well. Calm and quiet. I need to quiet myself down a little bit. I feel anxious. This is all the bud we have for today. Rolled a little bit more of a skinny one, but I guess maybe that's the way it was supposed to be. I'm still looking, aren't I? I am. Sup, Mel? I'm doing well. The Cripper. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. New puppy. New-ish. She's not that new. She's like a few months old now, I think. Maybe 2 months or 3 months old now. Yeah, she's becoming big now. Damn childrens are growing up, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately as well, I guess. It's really nice to see her grow into the little being that she is. She still has a knack for biting and pulling on cloth. Like, I'm not sure if that's just her or just Jack Russell's in general, but yeah, it's been trying to get that out of her, if you will. Lisa and Rena. Is Rena here as well? Did I miss Rena? No, I don't see Rena. I didn't see Rena. Maybe Kira. No apologies needed, Esty and breathe. Thank you, friend. I need to breathe. You're so right. You are less chaotic than you likely think you are. Kiki is testing you, my friend. I legit feel like I'm chaos level 50,000. Like, I feel I am in more chaos right now, / unknowing / dissonance, than I've ever been on stream. So I thank you, Yader. I love you so much. Did you say alsjeblieft? Alsjeblieft. Yeah, almost. Alsjeblieft. ASSEBLIEF. Alsjeblieft. Yeah, that's about right. And that, all it took, look at that calm, followed by an F-bomb. The contrast, dude. We have to, you know, get both parts of the contrast, the calm and the chaos. I should have said chaos for this little joint, not quiet. That can be chaos and quiet as well. You know what? I'm going to postpone even. Challenges. Man, I love not knowing what someone is talking about sometimes as well. I'm thinking about, or I did at least, and when I was listening today to this person talk about math, how there are these concepts that people completely understand and they become so passionate about, and they can share information about this concept, and the information they share is basically like this spear pin of accuracy that they try and communicate this thing with you. But behind this whole spear tip, there is this body, you know, of knowledge, of knowing, of feeling, of problems already solved and problems still to be solved. And then this spear tip is what the other person sees or feels. It just shows to me how many different spears there are to take up in this world, if you will. I know it sounds a little bit violent, but shouldn't be. Oh, there's Rena. Thank you for joining us. Maybe you'll find the 50th nugget when you least expect it, and it will be awesome. I hope so. I actually hope more that it actually did get, you know, teleported to someone else, though. That would be sick. You know, like someone thinks they don't have any blood left, and they check their jar and there's my butt in it now. That's what I want for someone. That would be the sickest thing ever. Mammy, thank you. We were just talking about you, my friend. I'm dealing with them nagging voices today. Do send me love. I love you, friend. It's okay. We're here for each other. I am reflecting some of that joy and blessings back to you. There we go. That's so beautiful. Oh, so much love being shared. Kira and I are pen pals. I mailed her a letter, and little me, this is gonna be great, a little me. For some reason, my mind instantly went to you mailing one of your children to Kira. I'm sorry, I know you wouldn't do that, but just with the little me, I'm like, Candace put one of her kids in the mail and sent them to Kira. It's like, yeah, have one of my kids, now you send back one of your kids. Mm. Quiet. Oh dang, Edmund, you snuck in. Hello my friend. I also didn't see Edmund. Where is... oh, there he is. Sorry Edmund. Like, sometimes the different colored little emojis or Reddit icons, if you will, help me distinguish, so I can color base it instead of having to read the name out every time. Thank you for joining me, friend. It's so nice to have you here, Edmund. Hi Gerbo. Hello my friend. This is the first time I've joined your stream. Good vibes so far, bro. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for thinking these are good vibes. I'm like, feel like I'm, you know, amplituding, if you will, of the vibes, but thank you. I appreciate it so much. And welcome, friend. Are you possibly sitting on the nug at the joint? No, I do not think so. But now you have underneath here, underneath the cushion, Nain. Next to me, Nain. This side of me, Ball. Behind me, okay. We're all going to pretend that I didn't make a fool of myself, okay? Yeah, I found it. I'm so happy though. I'm not going to smoke it right now. Maybe if we smoke this entire small tiny joint, then maybe we can do that. Mr. Smithies is here as well. Hello all you crazy cool cats. Hope the week starts off and continues to be wonderful for everyone. Thank you for sharing your loving vibes and stuff as well, Mr. Smithy, Mr. Smithy. I appreciate you, Charles. Thank you. Soft shell or hard shell tacos? getting right into it, you know. First called question. Yes. Do you like soft shell or a hard shell tacos? I like this one. Okay, no. Unfortunately, you know, all of the life, all of the love you could have brought into this world has been null and void because you like... what do we like again? Hard shells? Because you like soft shell tacos. Mr. Smithies. I bet it's under his leg. It wasn't under the leg. It was right behind me. I think maybe when Kiki like came over, like I can't actually imagine how it got there. I wouldn't be surprised if she just took it there. You know, like she was around this area and then she came up from behind. I wouldn't be surprised. She's all through the shenanigans. It's not the first time she's been trying to steal my weed products. She either steals the joints, or she'll steal my rolling papers, or she'll steal the entire grinder. There's something that fascinates her about the smell of weed. I'm curious about that as well. Maybe 49,900, not 50,000, lol. Yeah, that's about right, Yater. Are you ready for the collapse of civilization? I'm not, friend. I'm not ready for the collapse of civilization, if you will. I'm trying to, as desperately as I can, to make what civilization we have left even better, you know. I believe we're better off collapse. Better than collapse? Yeah, that's the better one. I'm here listening, but my hands are being used for playing a game with my little boy. No problem whatsoever. I'm here. There we go. Thank you. Melita, I appreciate you joining us, friend. I feel chaos when I'm off of my normal routine as well. I believe that's what's tripping your mind up. Totally different space, different environment. Yeah, you're right, Lisa. So, and then the noise that's happening right now is, it feels again to me something spiteful, you know, because that noise started being generated around 3 o'clock. You know, like there's the entire day to generate a copious amounts of noise. and then around the time that it happens that I'll stream, the noise needs to be generated. And that, like, is the first thing. I'm not gonna let that bother me though. I'm not gonna let it bother me. The second thing, you know, having to move again, as you say, a different environment. And then the third thing, not going through my usual routine. Like, I do a little bit of a meditation as well before I come and stream, and being like, wait a second, I have like the next 5 minutes to actually go live instead of I have the next hour and 5 minutes to actually go live. I was like, oh! And it's like, no, thank you for helping me articulate it a little bit as well, Lisa. I appreciate you so much. This guy, hey, I love you as well. Works. Thank you for joining us. So relaxing and chill, positive vibes, good stuff, bro. Yo, like, you friends are like just radiating love to me. Thank you. I just can say thank you. We can make and bake with you. Cheers. Cheers to you, friend. Cheers to you. I took a tech break this weekend. Wait. I want to read on. I took a tech break. Yetter says this. Although I miss the space, it also helped slow my mind and feel less chaotic. I think it's good to have contrast. You know, and for that reason, I try to make the most of my contrast during my day. You know, and as a result of that, I've discontinued playing games. I've discontinued my morning hours of like using any technology where I'll be a little bit away from it. So I'm trying to capitalize on the time that I do get to spend away from technology, and in that way as well, it brings me peace. I don't think technology is inherently bad. I just think, like anything in our lives, when it becomes the only thing of value, then it's bad. You know, that's the thing we have to keep in consideration. And then when you can abstain from it for a bit, you kind of realize the value in it again, and as to why it is you're doing it. It helps you reset your intentions. Sometimes this is a very much needed yater. Hope it was beneficial for you. I'm sure it was, Edmund. That would be awesome. Dibs on his lost bud. Now I kind of wish I didn't find it, Fred. I hope that you get it 100%. Hey, Aunt B, I've been thinking about you, friends, so much. I sent Uncle Becky a message as well. I hope you're well. I hope his new... I don't know if I can talk about that. I almost did. If I'm not supposed to talk about it, then you know what I'm talking about. If I am allowed to talk about it, then you might not. But yeah, I hope Uncle Becky as well. I hope he's thriving. Teleport to me, please. I tried to, friends. I definitely tried to. Unfortunately, it popped back up. Maybe it had like some sort of paradoxical effect where it both clipped out of this universe into a universe in which it could duplicate itself and send it to other spaces in the universe, and then it clipped back into our universe. So instead of just one friend having to get the one nug, there's now an infinite amount of friends who got nugs. Alright, like we can imagine that. And in some universe, it actually happened, because that was infinity. That is what infinity means. Do tell me more. Very much so. I want to do it more frequently. Would you try to do it for extended periods of time as well? Because that's actually something that I considered before I went to China. And then almost inadvertently, China helped me to experience as well. You know, going like a month without technology as you know it. We child swapped, yeah. Kira, how hilarious would that be? Just send them in the mail, like put a post stamp on their forehead and just be like, okay. And the person is like, this baby goes 1,500 miles? Okay, pops it in the truck. Oh man, to you friends who haven't seen it, go watch Storks. Is it? I think it's called Storks. Maybe it's like this parody of the whole storks deliver babies, and yeah, it's a really fun animated movie, very wholesome. The Terrorizer herself is back, and she's so dirty as well. You know, that's also grinds my gears. So freaking dirty, dude. You're aerosolizing dust on my face, yo. Why? She's just sitting on my foot. Yes. This is the comfort that you wanted to achieve by moving yourself through time and space? Well, I am here in time and space with you, so I guess I'm here to facilitate it. I'll teleport you my leftovers. There we go. You have even more coming your way, my friend. Baby girl didn't make it, but I'm trying to prepare for new babies any day now. I think I actually replied to the message you sent in Discord as well on B. I'm so sorry to hear that still. Know that the love that you chose, and I said this in the message, I'll say it again. Know that if anything, that baby went back to source with the knowing that there is another being that would spend time, spend emotional value, spend mental energy to try and save me. You know, that's the last thing that I knew about the world I came from before I returned to source. And that's beautiful to me on B. What you did was still a beautiful thing. Thank you, friend. No need to apologize to me, Mel. I love you, Edmund. I just love you. I want you to know that. She's just, really climbing me as an obstacle at this point, isn't she? Nice. New green screen background. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Simon? A little bit more processing and unintensive. Because I only have to render the, brick textures. And instead of having to render landscape. So yeah, it's saving me on data, dude. Thanks, LB. Abel, maybe. I'm just trying to teleport it in general to, can you show me how? Imagine it disappearing into, imagine it going from a flat surface or like a plane into another plane. So nothing, like a transparent plane, and then something moves through this transparent plane, and then you can actually see the thing that have moved through the transparent plane. Maybe this is the way I visualize it, but I mean, take it with a grain of salt. And then in this new plane that you have it, imagine all of the other planes, being potential realities, and then this thing as duplicates of itself going into all of those other planes before it returns back to you. Oh man, it's weird. I'm sorry. It is the nature of man, both peace and chaos, absolutely. And I'm so happy to be experiencing both sides of it. I feel like I'm at the tip of a spear. Not zen whatsoever, but definitely here. Hey, Cesar. Oh my no. Yeah. Sorry to hear that on B. It's never an outcome anyone wants. The circle of life is amazing though. More to come, absolutely. More yet to come. Hey, we found it together. We did. Yeah, there we did. I'm so happy that we could go through that little epic, if you will. The brave warrior spent countless hours cultivating the marijuana plants. Only to wait for the perfect time to harvest. Spent ceaseless hours trimming, jarring, burping, and curing his sagacious buds. Only to be separated from his sagacious bud. Never to be seen again. Thought to have gone to a new dimension. To be rediscovered. Exactly where he was. Yeah. I lost my bud and I found it again. Oh, man, you found it together. Yeah, we did. Mr. Smithies, you have a beautiful day and sending you love and light. Thank you so much, friends, for sharing the love and light as well. That surprise look, I was so happy. Sending love to all of you. Soft shell all day. Okay, that's weird. He teleported the bud to me. And then I teleported it behind him. Yeah, you were like... You were a little bit off of your accuracy, but I respect it. I mean, on the scale of the universe, like a few pixels, this way, pretty accurate. Thank you, Fred, for sending it back. I appreciate it. School starts in 10 days. Ooh, how are you feeling about that on B? How is school for the kids post-COVID? Goodness, I can't imagine it. Everyone wearing masks. Do they have to wear masks at school? I hope they wear masks at school. Oh, that sucks. I don't hope they wear masks at school, but I love those kids so much. I hope, if anything, you know, growing up or going through the educational system or just going to the grocery store in a world in which we cannot appreciate one another's faces completely, helps us realize just how much we love one another truly. Maybe we can have some positive outcome of it. So excited for new opportunities. New opportunities are the only thing that we can guarantee ourselves, right? There's always going to be a new opportunity to do something, to feel something, to experience something, to share something. And that is literally the very blessing that it is we're holding on to right now. We don't have to get it, we already have it. Hello Janger, it's been forever, friend. Thank you for joining us again. Helpful, new opportunities for stress too. It's true, Simon. Hey, Boeta. Dag geweest? Let him door. Smile 7 for this insane himself. Oh shit, it's insane. Being at home with all of the animals and 2 kids can be more stress than going to school. Yeah, wait a second. Are you going to school in 10 days on P? I'd rather be stressed about new opportunities than be stressed about not being able to handle it. Or, yeah. I feel that especially, actually. I feel the stress of new opportunities and things that you don't know how to do necessarily can actually force you to grow in so many ways. Always be open. You can grow so much and learn so much from the worst of experiences. And who are we to say that that experience was then bad? If you change yourself as a person, if you become a better person as a result of trauma or, you know, like disservice or injustice, and I'm not trying to make these things any less dramatic, any less wrong than they are. Like, I'm not trying to belittle anybody's personal experience either. I think I might have just lost my point with my brother walking past. He took it from me. But if you could grow from these pains, if you could know from these pains how to help other people with their pain, isn't that what maybe it's supposed to be about, you know? We get hurt, we learn from the pain, we allow our other generations not to get hurt in the same ways. They hurt themselves in new ways. They learn. They teach the ones that come after them. And so it continues. Kiki chewing on wires these days. Just chewing on anything. Like, oh, talking about me. I'm gonna come and chew on you. You gonna chillax? Huh, Kiki? Probably not. I won't bet on it. If only the animals could go to school too, as you would get a little quit time each day. How hilarious would that be? Get each and every single one of the goats in like a little line. Put their lunches in their little school bags. Put the little school bags, strap them onto them. They're walking onto the little school buses. What would goats learn if they were in schools though? How to, like, I think if anything, like, I'm genuinely, like, considering this is now a theory, if you will. If you were to teach goats anything, you would probably teach them how to climb obstacles or how to manage obstacles. Teach them problem solving when it comes to inclines, stuff like that, right? Am I thinking about this too much? I think so. I'll stop. Dankjewel for the greetings. Dankjewel. Oh, dankie vir jou. It's insane. I'd rather be stressed about new opportunities than be stressed about... already read one, sorry. Man, that would be something, Mr. Smithies. Mr. Smithies, now you're talking. It's hilarious. Yeah, definitely. Kathy, thank you for the love you're sharing, my friend. Then I might just be bored, though. That happens as well. You know, I think bored... This dog... She truly is a riot. She's just like chewing on the hose pipe. Freaking hose pipe! I'll get you! I'll get you, hose pipe! And then she realizes the hose pipe can't be got, and then she runs away again. I love her so much. Just the sheer amount of joy she brings me. What did you do with your hair? I've cut it very short and slicked it back, friend. All of it's gone. Barnyards, books, tractor, teachers. Okay, I'll be high. What? Yeah, but it sounds good to me. Meltmore stopped playing games. Meanwhile, now my entire day are playing Pokemon. Oh, in a salt bath, playing Pokemon. How much salt do you add to your baths? I'm curious, actually. Give me a ratio, like 2 spoons, or do you go for like a cup of salt in your bath? Like, I'm really curious. Playing Pokemon, you gotta catch them all. It's insane. I do remember that catchy one-liner. Cows with backpacks and lunch bags running out of the bus. I'm happy I'm not the only one that thought about that. That makes me so happy. Wow, it's all good, Mel. He is loving the new job. So excited for us all. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. That sounds perfect to me. So yeah, Uncle Becky has a new job. Oh, it looks cool. It looks very cool. I'm so happy for him. That's super nice. Treat yourself. Yeah, definitely. Like, the reason I'm so curious about the amounts of salt you put in your bath is because I'm also a fan. I don't do it daily, if you will, right? Like, maybe once a month. Put some salt in the bath, coconut oils, maybe some cannabis oil as well in your bath, lavender, light a candle. Hulle is so. Lekker dag gehad? Ook heel rustig, dankie. So yeah, I am definitely a fan. Like, treating yourself well, you know, just taking a bath, taking some time for yourself, breathing deep. It's good for you. Definitely give it a try and take care of yourself. You are loved, friend. Love yourself. That sounds super noise. Treat yourself, definitely. Uncle Becky is not well, or something universally connected. No. Uncle Becky is well. Uncle Becky is very much well. He just has a new job, and I don't know if I was allowed to share that information. Cheers for Uncle Becky's new job and the happiness it has brought the family. Thank you as well, Kira, for your cheers. I've been limiting my phone time tremendously, and it's refreshing. Me too, Aunt B. I feel in some respects bad sometimes because I don't get to as many messages because I just spend time away from it. It's contrast, you know. We can do both. You just have to structure it, if you will, in a little bit of a way. He's got a new job off the farm. Wow. No, he's had a new job off the, well, had a job off the farm for a while. He just got another one now. Thank you for the helpful, my friend. I appreciate that so much, Famous. How are you today? I hope Famous you would as well. Cows don't need backpacks of 7 stomachs. All they need is a large glove to grab your stuff. Why you do this to me? It's insane. I'm a picture person. Stop thinking about it, Malfour, please. Okay. Yeah. Like, I want to talk about it more still, though. Okay, kids. Lunch. No, it's insane. Why? Why, dude? Why? Oh, man. I love it, though. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel so polar to what I was feeling just a second before it. He's been working off the farm, but got a more fitting opportunity that he took a leap and try, and he's happy to have the new position, struggling with his back right now, but pushing through. So this is not exactly a back that I'm seeing in my mind's eye, but I just imagined a core, you know, and like I imagined like just this part of a human core, just not only sending his back loving vibes, but sending his entire core loving vibes, because that's technically what does a lot of the work in keeping him as strong as he's being as well right now. Seeing folding triangles. Love to Uncle Becky. Please, friends, send your love to Uncle Becky. If you have prayers to say, pray for Uncle Becky's back, please. God is non-existent. So, okay, if God is non-existent, you know, like, we can write that off. You can at least argue that we are part of just the universe as a whole, right? So the grandness of that in comparison to how small we are, we can assign as God. So in that way, it is existent because we exist. And I love you, Mel. Hope you know that as well. I love you too, Edmund. Thank you so much. I do, friend. I do. Like, you show it so well, friend. I appreciate the love you share with me. Resting up's insane. I love all of you friends as well. Uncle Becky is a trooper, I'm telling you. Maybe he's wearing a cape under that shirt, Superman. I'm sure, Mammy. I'm sure. Like, I've had back pain in my life as well. It can be like something where you don't imagine yourself not being, or being vertical. You can't imagine yourself not being horizontal. Like, you have to lay down just to feel like you can cope somewhat with the pain. Like, it's like writhing. And being able to still do a job, be a loving individual, take care of your wife and kids, take care of the farm, with this pain as a constant in your life, and being able to do that, you know, it's just such a clear sign of divinity, divine masculine. Definitely a superhero. I couldn't see it any other way. You're so loved, Edmund. You are loved, absolutely, Kira. As are you, my friend. The gloves go up your entire arm and over the shoulder. You have to reach. You need more. Freaking Aunt B. Like, I just moved past it, and you had to come and sprinkle it again. I'm so happy that I'm not the only one who was thinking these things. I love you, friends. Yeah, you know. Surely speaking from experience. Are you, Kira? Is this chat all bots? Yep, all bots. Me talking to bots. Oh, that would be so weird. That would be, that makes me almost uncomfortable. Imagine that. I would have to curate shows, and I would have to write individual comments, and I would have to set up so much, like, personal programming process probably to get this, like, actuated in a way that looks realistic. Oh goodness, do people do that? Is that a thing actually? I've never been asked that question. But thank you for joining us, Stuckle. I love having you here, friend. For all the well wishes, so much love today. What a good place to be. The absolute best place to be, Javan. I just feel so at home and so welcome. It's weird because what we're doing, you know, is technically just looking at pieces of technology. We would be able to share the space directly with one another if we were in the same actual spaces, you know, in a room together. And that was the way that we could share these types of spaces with one another at first. And now we've transcended to the point where we can have this feeling in this space with individuals all over the world through a medium that is the technological prowess of humanity based on communication. We're built to do this, friends. Communicating with one another is the good stuff. I am also a bot. Yes, we actually do have a single bot in chat. I did actually forget to mention I have a bot. Don't know about the rest. Highly advanced AIs. I'm on that level, you know, like codes, extreme, emotional reading level AIs that just like can respond to things as well. Man, what a next level thing that is indeed. I appreciate you for joining me. I like tuning into it as well. Everybody is a bot except for you. Everybody, you're the only one. The robots are looking already, friends. Yeah, I've helped assist the twin birthing ones for a photo shoot of a friend's cattle company. Never again. Yeah, like at first I was like, the way you were structuring it, like, oh yeah, it's a photo shoot for a cattle company. I was like, is this something that's normal? And then the never again, I was like, oh, okay, it's not. I'm happy I'm not the only one. Gunshot number one. No bot here, but welcome to the kindest stream ever. I'm so happy that you friends are just like radiating the love as well. Where are you from? I live in South Africa, friend. And I've been born here as well. You had to smile while doing the most disgusting and life-changing thing at once. I can only imagine the pictures. Oh, the fake smiling as well. Goodness. Oh, beep, boop. Mixed emotions about school melt. No mask mandate anymore, but we will see how it goes. Yeah. Like, I'm not worried about the kids. I'm just worried about the parents and, you know, the parents of the parents, if you will. Man. Last year in July, they opened schools again. Was when they made me start working in class again. Last year, July. So it's been an entire year for us now as well. Like I've already worked a month. I just remembered. I've already worked a month at this point last year in China. You know, literally high-fiving kids again, them hugging my leg again. So no COVID whatsoever, and there not being any fears of COVID. We still had to wear masks in class, and I was completely okay with that. Even though it was exhausting. Just heavy breathing in a hot environment. I think it didn't really restrict the breath that much. It just made me breathe more hot air from myself, and that in itself was just not nice. Yeah, I think it definitely accelerated my urgency to come back. How does one's face express the mixture of emotions? I don't know, dude. Like, I think especially since my face kind of goes all over the place sometimes. I especially don't know. That's why I actually refuse to look at myself while I'm streaming. That's why I like having the chat open. Because if I look at myself, I become too self-conscious about what I look like. You know, and then thinking things, talking about things, making faces, if you will. I'm like, should I make the face more like this or more like that? Then it's like an extra... There's a disconnection, if you will. So keep the comments up. That's also why I do that like instantly. And still, I wonder when it's gonna be fixed. Like, you probably know as well, friends. Like some of you thinking about Insane specifically that also streams, and you as well on B. If you open the chat, the watching number gets stuck, doesn't change, and that as a thing, it's very easy to fix. It's like 10 lines of code to fix, I think. Like, do correct me, Insane, if I'm wrong, but to get the watching thing up top to just update with the same information it gets anyway, that can't be that complicated, can it? Most of the code is already done as well, that's the thing I'm saying. So it's only a small fix, and yet it just doesn't get done. Doesn't get done ever. Can't wait till Melt reads on B's photo shoot comment. Yeah, I had to, but it was still a big plethora of feelings, if you will. Luckily, I was the photographer on the horseback, and that was on break. But I do have a photo cheesing with amazement. That sounds amazing. If you'd be willing to share, I'd love to see that on B. I'm a day late posting a new prompt, but I haven't forgotten. Still trying to come up with one worth posting. Edmund, I'll be patient. I look forward to it because I'm definitely going to take into consideration, and I'm going to again try to create something. I still have the creation that I've made, and I'm making another creation as well. I think also kind of fits the same parameters, if you will. very much so. So yeah, I'm also working on my pieces from the last prompt, so please do share another one as well. I would love to create something new. Lol, Kiki. I'm just a thing to her, dude. Just something to be walked over. Dub, 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 dub. I'd watch that movie. I'd watch this as well, probably. Off to later prompt. This is no problem with either, my friend. Feel like the goats would be teaching the classes naturally. Yeah, more like kinesthetic learning. Like they will have a bunch of classes with the obstacles that they need to climb and then teach kids that way. You know, start them off with small things, grade 1, then the bigger thing that's grade 2, and then you know what I'm talking about. The brain went to a dark place with July's prompt. It was so super characteristic to paint though. Can't wait to see what the next one will be. On that note, Kira, please do share your work of art with at least Edmund. I think Edmund might also, at least from the feeling I get from Edmund and some of his sensibilities, if you will, I think he would also really appreciate your piece of art. As Kira said, and not to give anything away, it's more like looking into the dark dimensions of ourselves as an expression on a piece of art. And looking into that, some people can, you know, get triggered by it or be harmed by it as well. And she doesn't want that for our friends, so she wasn't willing to share it directly. She did share it with me, fortunately, and I could still feel so much and like grow so much from looking at her piece. It still inspired life within me, and know that that's a beautiful thing to be able to do, Kira. My brain, I've already written. No worries at all, Jovan. I'm still behind on the Bliss one as well. But there is no limit to really what we are late at all. Yeah, we're not late at all. And the thing as well, you know, even if you don't get to create something with the prompt as a result, if you will, you still get to create mentally. Because you read this prompt and you're like, oh, this could be like this, or this could be that. And you create these little branches of imagining within inside of yourself. And that is what the real good stuff is. And I appreciate you sharing it with us every single time, Edmund. 3 handfuls of CBD Epsom salts. Numb everything. 3 handfuls. You see? Yeah, you're vibing, dude. I can feel that, man. I definitely approve, Simon. Not that my approval means anything to you, but that sounds like a good bath, dude. How many of the Pokemon have you catched? Like, do you have a number that you want to share? Kira, that is great to hear, and nothing wrong with going to a dark place, and it's still a part of your being that should be expressed occasionally. You can learn a lot about yourself that way. You know, like literally, I felt the vibes you were putting in the chat, Edmund, and I like, yeah, synchronicity. Yeah, I think Edmund would really appreciate it, friend. Like, it's definitely a part of us. I'd love to see the painting if you feel like sharing, but no pressure. Oh, that's perfect. Ebony is here as well. Thank you for joining us, my friend. So nice to have you here. Think I may have read your comment, but missed your name. Happy to share. Looking forward to it, my friend. I like dark stuff. Need yin and yang to center yourself. But why do I always add G's to... I was also, like, it's yin and yang. So the one is yang, but the other one is yin. So no G on the, I think, the yin, but there's still a G on the yang. Maybe. Like, I'm not an expert either, but it's okay, Simon. It's okay, dude. Like, if you mispronounce some Dutch words as well, people will be able to understand you. You don't have to be judgeful because you're trying to express understanding with a single word, right? Yin and yang, yin and yang. Can kind of give you the same picture in your head, and that's the point. True, that's I guess it's cause I'm a gangster. Yes, that's why you add the G's. Gotta add the G's because you're the OG gangster. Original gangster. Yes, the gangster of gangsters. I think you would like the piece as well, actually, Simon. If you like the dark stuff, if you will. Sending my love to Uncle Becky. Thank you, friend. Thank you for sending you love. Sending love energy to Simon. Everyone else matter too. That's so beautiful. Yeah, Simon is a riot. I always love him being here. He's like such a, I feel almost jester, or devil's advocate is also a good one. And yeah, it's just so nice to have him here. Oh, Infamous One, you're so welcome, my friend. I need you guys today. Just going to sit quietly and listen. Love you all. We love you, Infamous One. I hope you're well. I don't know what that's supposed to be. The most abstract way I can try and explain it. Words, I don't think is gonna do it that well. Man, visualization of things is so hard for us to express in our language as it is right now. Being able to share images with one another as we see them in our heads is going to be next level communication. Goodness. I am appreciating that we can share space like this. I'm so grateful to be able to do it with you as well, Jovan. Like, to be able to be here with Infamous One today. You know, to just be here with her. No judgment, no expectation. We're here. How could you not want to do this every day? Just take some time. Breathe. Ebony Star, I've been having a blast dropping bows on children online in a new Pokemon video game. It feels good. Also been playing it with my best mate. So good times in these painful times. Are you in pain at the moment? It's insane. Let me get you one dose of love. Yes, I saw the freaking time knife again, man. You just got time knifed. Gonna cut that pain right out of you, dude. Those little stabbies that you feel across your body. Little time knives. I want them to be stabbing you with love, dude. You're wondering what the time knife is? So the time knife is all realities as layers of light folding onto themselves to form a single blade. That's the time knife. Get stabs, it's sad. Man, I hope you feel better soon, my friend. Sending you love, man, really. Jokes aside. Does anyone else feel a little giddy with peace and joy right now? Definitely, Kira. I feel it's almost too much. I want to like smother it a little bit, but I'm being here for it still. What is your belief in God? Do you believe He is an almighty, good, and powerful being? My understanding of God, I won't say I believe anything about God, because that would imply that I know something and that I choose to hold that knowing indefinitely. I don't know anything, and I don't think my human brain is capable of ever perceiving that which is God. And that being said, the capacity I have to imagine things, I believe, is the most divine aspect of our nature. Like, we can all do things of our physical beings, we can all procreate, but being able to create with your mind, and being able to create without having anything, if you will, right? That's where I think true divinity lies. And then as an extrapolation back from that, the all is that mind, and that we're a part of that great divine mind, and that's what you could imagine as God. But that's the current pool I like swimming in, if anything, right? Like imagine putting a little circle over an infinite ocean and then saying, okay, yes, this is the infinite ocean. And then as I gain new understanding, gunk, there's a bigger pool dropping over it. Like, oh yes, this is the infinite ocean, right? Like imagine a plane going in all directions infinitely. More understanding. Gunk, oh, this is the infinite ocean. And more understanding. Gunk. That's the point, you know, expanding our consciousness. We'll never be able to quite reach that level of complete all consciousness. However, or at least in this form, however we are that infinite complete consciousness. But it's a blessing. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It just makes me so happy, you know, just to be here with you friends, you know, to be in this imagination, this thought, loving thought, this time and this space together. So unlikely for us to be here in the first place, if you look at the scale of our universe. And not are we only here, but we're also here with one another. It is, it's a blessing that is beyond belief. Oh, I do. Yakira, I'm feeling good. I'm happy for you too. If you're a grower, not a shower, how do you know you're not truly educated? Wait a second. Are you replying to someone's comment? Undereducated. How do we, what? I feel Sensane is trolling one of the trolls. Whoa. Believe in God. Okay, what do you believe in God? Is he an almighty being, a powerful being? I think I've already answered that one. I don't know. Like I'm missing a step, if you will. I grew up Christian, but at this point I feel there is no God or higher power. Stay in that energy for as long as you feel comfortable as well, friend. Because I feel at the end of it, and at least, because I used to hold the same, and I went through the same process. I'm not trying to belittle your process, my friend, at all. I'm just trying to share from what I've experienced myself. Grew up extremely Christian, you know, not only on a personal level, but on a household level as well. And then going from extreme Christian to extreme atheist, you know, and with the same enthusiasm, if you will. So enthusiasm for Christianity also equaled enthusiasm for atheism. So I was like, yeah, guns blazing, shooting atheism at like kids at school. That was also, I felt indoctrinated. And then I transitioned again, you know, like I believe the understanding of God, as all of theology tries to make it, is going to be flawed just by the nature of humans. It's not something that could ever encapsulate that which is. And trying to encapsulate it and make it in such a way that just by having this thing, now you have all of the answers, now you have all of the information you could ever ask for, now you have the law, the truth that is always the truth, if you will, then how are you supposed to grow beyond that? You know, and I believe in pursuing the idea of God even on a personal level, instead of, you know, taking what other people have said as like, oh yeah, this is the way that it is. Again, the expanding of that infinite consciousness. Always be open to ideas. Look out, seek out, you know, opposing ideas. Let yourself grow from that. My imagination was entertaining the idea that everyone is just an NPC becoming self-aware. I was entertaining the idea as an NPC becoming self-aware. Oh goodness. Everyone, so the everyone that you know then in that case, so everyone that you do not know is NPCing? Goodness. So now I'm tripping out. So if that is true, I'm not, you know, I'm just entertaining the idea. Then in a way it would mean that the only way for you to create more enlightened beings is by switching them on. you know, maybe they'll still be an NPC, or you could just bring them a part of the reality, you know. Man, it's too much. It's too much. It's melting my brain. It's melting my brain, Jovan. I'm confused again. I explained. Yeah, it's okay, Fred. I think I also was confused about it a little bit. You either are a grower or you're a shower. You see, but it feels like you're cutting out the possibility. You know what? I'm not going to go into this topic. And rather not, just like it's gonna stroll past it, you know. Oh yeah, I guess I can really step in this, and then see what happens. You know, see how long it takes me to shake it off, or I could just walk around it. I'm gonna do that. I grew up Christian as well. I realized that the God that they speak of isn't the Almighty, a God, a good, powerful being that they portrayed him as. Yeah, there we go. It's the same thing that I saw, friend. When it rains, it pours. Thank you for the love you're sharing, friend. It's the same thing that I saw. I saw how much pain and suffering there was in the world. And I couldn't believe, I couldn't, you know, accept, if you will, what I was being taught, what I was being forced to believe the portrayal of God is supposed to be. And the thing about the portrayed good God, if you will, is not only good, but he's also judgmental and jealous. Literally, you know, that Bible is kind of very judgment based, very jealousy based, and it's so human. It's so human. Like how could a being with no bounds, right? Everything is a part of this being. Be jealous of something. Imagine you being jealous of like these cells giving nutrients to these cells as just your human body. It's so benign, and even my understanding of that, God is like, oh yeah, kind of close explanation, but your explanation is divine and benign in how crazy it actually is. It's, yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Pursue it for yourself, friend. Also, Christians, for the most part, just like to use their belief in God to establish a moral high ground so they can judge people. Just to... it's a personal obligation thought. Yeah, no, friend, I know. I've seen it a bunch in my life as well. And all you can do is love and forgive as well, friend. That's what you can do. Love and forgive, show them there's another way. So it's a thorn in my hand. What's up? We're doing good, friend. Lane, thank you for joining us as well, friend. How have you been, my dude? Oh, what's up, guys? I'm doing well, friend. Love you, Melody. Love you, Harley. How are you doing, my friend? I saw your messages, or posts, if you will, that you can stream on r/distance socializing. Is it the same for the U show? I thought you were Team U show. Can you still stream? I hope you can still stream, my friend. Your comments are visible, XF. Call you XF. Enjoying a very uplifting and positive morning, Lane. How are you doing? I'm so happy to hear that. I hope he's doing well. Yeah, the hypocrisy of claiming to be loving, accepting of all, while being critically judgmental of other lifestyles is a big reason I denounce Christianity. I'm happy that this, like, and I feel like this is happening almost now with arm raising synchronicity, how the things that I say is the things that you friends end up saying as well. It's so beautiful. It makes me so happy to see. Still here listening, just kicking a football with the kids. That sounds beautiful to me. Thank you for still joining us, Mammy. I hope that it's like I'm just imagining your perspective, watching the little divine beings that you share space and time with. You know, having fun, laughing, smiling, exploring the world. And you get to see their fascination in the exploration of the world while still being able to share this loving space with us and being here right now. Man, just what we're capable of human, like, man, it's too much for me. It makes me so happy. I grew up Catholic, and I don't agree with the church. However, most of my Christian/Catholic friends aren't judgy or bad people. So it's easy to understand why people stay with the church when you meet up with your best friends every weekend. Like, I think, again, it's just a generalization. It's a stereotype of what Christians can be like. And I think the reason that is because the people that make an impression, if you will, are the ones that are abrasive in that way. So the people that will both identify as Christian and then act polar opposite to being Christian is the ones that really stick with us, when it's not necessarily the case for everyone. And that's to be said all of the time. Are you smoking the pot? I'm calling the police. Yes. 10. Thank you for joining us, friend. I am indeed smoking the pot. How are you, friend? I'm just waking up, Edmund. I have to hear that. No. Love you, Melty. Thank you. Love you, Kira. So much love to you, my friend. I don't think that Christianity is necessarily bad. I just think that once we say we know God, that's when we stop learning and growing towards God. And it makes sense. There we go. Perfectly put as well. And I believe, just to elaborate on that as well, Jovan, I believe the reason I have become the person I am is because of my Christian upbringing, right? Like, I learned a lot of values from my parents, from the way that they treated us and other people generally, that I could form an understanding / moral system for myself as a result of that. And in that way, you know, when it comes to people being uneducated and this one blank statement book tells them like, oh, you know, do these things, otherwise condemned forever. Like, actually, these things improve quality of life. It makes things better for everyone around you, you including. You know, it's like, and that is the basic idea they were trying to encapsulate and make law on a level of authority, if you will. And then on top of that, it's almost like this locking, you know, that's happening. Goodness. Oh, my brain just exploded with irritation for a little bit. My dad is very much of the belief that everything in the Bible is fact, like true 100%, on top of it being the actual words of God, on top of it being indisputable, because it's the word of God. And like, I'm imagining now, like, just thinking of it of my perspective, you know, and then thinking of it like a civilization, or our civilization, 1,000,000 years into the future, still holding on to this one book of text as your only guiding information as to what you're supposed to be doing in life. It would be, oh, it's so limiting. It is limiting, and I cannot stand to be limited. This is the real reason it outrages me. Nothing against Christianity in its own. I have something against using Christianity as like a way of saying that we know things, and for this reason we're no longer going to explore things. Sure knows how to make a guy or a girl feel good about themselves. Edmund, you friends should be feeling good about yourselves. You're so loved. How could you not? I mean, here we are, right? Goodness. Hands, arms. Look at this freaking... Whoa, sick. This has been on me the whole time? What? Fucking cool shirt. I have pants on even. There's grass around me. Just being alive. Just being here with you, friends. How could we not be so aware of how loved we are? Seems like God himself is pretty lost these days. Man, that makes me think of... I've forgotten the artist's name. But the song is called Dear God. Dear God, where'd you go? You haven't been answering your phone. And then it goes, right? Some of you friends will know the song. You know, some real feels. Each and every single one of us has to be the gift, the light, the love, the savior. We can't wait for something. We're what we're waiting for. We're what we're waiting for, friends. The morning's been positive. I like devil's advocate. It helps to see all the perspectives. I'm 100% for it as well. When it rains, it pours. Like, that's why when there's any comment, you know, be they negative, be they positive, I'll still read them, still feel into them, you know. There's something to be learned even from the most hurtful of places. Only if that devil's advocate isn't just doubling down or doing it not for understanding. Smoking DMT, talking to teachers is just more proof that the Spirit of Christ is within us all. Goodness, insane. You really went deep with that one, dude. Your question answered if you're still here. Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm very on board for that as well. It's insane. And the understanding of that, so this is a loaded topic. This is a little bit of a loaded topic. So it's called Christ consciousness. So Christ consciousness, again, is just a word to try and understand something. So if the Christed consciousness is this pinnacle of divinity that you can reach, then that is what consciousness is, right? Again, trying to imagine it as like a triangle. It's like this point of Christ consciousness. And this whole body is a part of it. And then a part of this Christ consciousness is God and then Spirit. So in this spectrum, there is, you know, the encapsulation of what God could be. And instead of thinking, again, of yourself as something that is separate, Christ consciousness is the consciousness you're experiencing right now. And in that way, it is you can have very surreal and genuine experiences with previous masters of Christ consciousness / proponents of Christ consciousness that basically get etched into time. You can quite literally have experiences like that, like genuinely. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, like he's not even that far off. That's the thing. Meltmore, remember, we're talking about other parts of the world. We're not at being loaded or perhaps not existing when you're not here. I've got more proof. Remember we talking about other parts? Yeah, I do actually remember you talking about that. Like you were like, oh yeah, while I was flying to China, like it was being rendered, and then I landed in China, and then China was there, instead of it actually always being there. And it was just like a joke that Simon made. You have more proof, you're saying, or like, show me, dude. Give me this proof. I want to know as well. The Netherlands never had Amazon until March 2020. Swear they're just building that country now. Yep. I'm sure they're like all of the media we've seen of the Netherlands this whole time has been like advertising for Insane to like finally be like, okay, the Netherlands like looks kind of sick. You put out all of this great shit, this great content. I guess I'm sold. I'll come to Netherlands Park, and then like, oh shit, he's coming. Starts building, starts installing Amazons. You know, Insane needs to have his Amazon, dude. Can't go without that. Next day delivery. Yeah, dude, they're building it, man. They're building it. You're like, it's not gonna be long now, dude. I'm sure it's almost done. How are you feeling about that, friend? Have you gotten any closer to like talking to people in getting something like that to happen? I'd hope you're not smoking drugs there, sir. No drugs. Plant medicine, if you will. Some nice herbs. There we go. Yes, I like that as well, Edmund. Imagine being an atheist family and your child becomes religious. And now, how would that child feel? It would feel very, very alienated, my friend. Very, very much alienated. And I think all of us have experienced feelings of alienation at some point in our lives. And I'm not trying to speak for you, obviously, but I feel it's very much a part of our human experience to sometimes feel that there's just something off, and then for a reason you're separate from the rest of it. story, literally an illusion, right? Like if you had to be a being looking from the outside, if you will, right? Like imagine you feeling like you can't contribute to a conversation, be it in a circle of people chatting, and then as a result of that, feeling like you're not included in that, you're not worthy of that. To an outside being, you're still there, still contributing, still feeling things, still hearing things, still like sharing in that experience. To them, you would be very much a part of that. So in the first place, your perspective of that is something that's an illusion that you literally project into your mind, into your own understanding of your current situation. All of it's okay. All of it's divine. You are loved. Loving and lovable always. Absolutely. Sup? Oh, how's my favorite South African streamer, Airfry Guy? Thank you for joining us here, friend. I'm doing well, friend. How are you doing? Best decision you've ever made? To start streaming. I feel I can actually say that with confidence. As I say it, as I look around. As I self-analyze my own behavior. So, genuinely, I don't know. I don't think I make any decisions, and I won't say that any decision has been the best decision I've ever made, because all of the decisions have been the decisions I was supposed to make in some way. You know, like the decisions I made that caused me to fail, made me learn things and feel things, and the decisions I've made that helped me succeed made me feel things and learn things as well. So all of the decisions have a place in their own, friend, but I feel the streaming in particular has been something I've been putting off for so long, and something I've believed I was capable of, I was supposed to be doing as well. It was like a calling. And I was like, nah, who's gonna listen? What do I have to say? Putting it off. And then when I finally made the decision to commit, I feel I've opened up so much, and I'm so thankful for that. That undying loyalty to the Bible always confused me. We taught in school that the church hid a lot of things that could have possibly changed the Bible. They translated in the very past. Yeah. You know, and saying that, like, and it being dismissed as like, nah, that won't happen. I'm like, have you witnessed human behavior? Just now, you know? That's very much something people would have done. How many essay streamers is he in competition with? It's curious as well, you know. You would think I would have... I don't think I'm competing with anyone. There's no such thing as competing. You know, what are we competing for? Like, there's just, like, energy being shared. There's energy. How much energy flows is a direct result of how much energy there is supposed to flow. Right? And if someone else, another streamer if you will, needs more energy in a stream, then that's where it's supposed to go. There's no competition. It's all a part of the infinite ocean. So I don't think there are many essay streamers. I wouldn't say there are more than 1,000, I guess. He says, as he said. Yeah. I think they would be like 1,000 essay streamers. I'm guessing most of them would be on Twitch. That underlying, yeah. I'm also confused about it, Lane. It baffles my mind every time I think about it. Thank you. Loves you. Stop smoking the weed. Thank you, friend. I know. And if you wanna really honor, like he's saying Jesus loves you, you should say Yeshua or Jeshua. Jeshua loves you. That would be the correct way to say it if you want to really honor the actual name. But I love you as well, friend. Jesus loves you as well. Jeshua loves you as well. We love you. All of us love you. The devil's lettuce, yes. He's in contempt of 0 South African streamers currently. Man, it's very easy to be a 1 when all there is other than the 1 is the 0. Good old binary joke. That it's bad. I know. I'm sorry. Toasty. It took me 24 years to finally come to terms with the Bible was not breathed out of God or inspired by His words. It's an imagination of fables, allegory, and metaphor written by anonymous authors thousands of years ago. Yes, that's literally what it is. And if you look at when we started writing, when human written text basically shows up on our evolutionary scale, if you will, you know, proper written text in the way that it would be able to stay documented and then filed, it's about 6,000 years ago. Just so happens this Bible, you know, that creates this premises of this knowing, sets the world as being about 6,000 years old right now. So when paper was invented and when the Bible started getting written, they were like, yes, the start of times, this. And now the time starts. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's stories. It's a very good story. And there's a lot of value that can be extracted from it. But making that the be-all, end-all, I don't think is healthy in any regard. Like with anything as well. Not that there isn't true wisdom found within. There we go. There truly is. It's just human wisdom. Yeah, it is. It's human wisdom. And that human wisdom can be condensed into something a lot more palatable than this story of judgment and betrayal and hatred and torture. Like it's a little bit spread, if you will. Grew up Catholic and wanting to be a nun, then extreme atheist. Now I'm in a who knows kinds of girl, just rolling through it and okay with not knowing what I think. That's perfect, Kira. And that not knowing mind, the universe will, you know, because the not knowing mind is something that's can be also characterized as vastness, you know. It's not knowing, it's a vastness. Instead of trying to focus your concentration, your attention onto one knowing, understanding of something, you're like, I don't know. And then there's this opening. And then when these beams of knowing, you know, sometimes they form in your field of consciousness. When they do happen, then you can extract from them the value that they hold. But you won't be able to see those other beams of light if you're just focusing or fixating on the one beam of light that you've found. Right? Is that a way to understand it? I don't know. Grew up Catholic. Oh, I've already done one. Also, I agree, it's essentially a storybook on the same level as the fables. Yeah, literally. Edmund Aesop's, I don't know how to say that word. I don't think I've read those fables, unfortunately. I guess a better comparison would be the Odyssey. Yeah, I think as well. Maybe of like scale. I agree 100% Toasty. It really is. Or I guess, I think over one. What's the idea on, what's your idea on how to find out that? I think I gave the idea, if you will. Opening yourself, feeling into not knowing, and then the light that you do receive, you recognize, but you're open to receiving light within having no light, if you will, no illumination. Hinting at something. So you allow yourself to be illuminated by different things in life, get ideas from different things in lives, work on different aspects of your life by being open to receiving information, be it by changing your environment. Like that's the thing as well, you know, we think of receiving information as something that like you have to have this booming voice in your head that no, definitely not. Just by how you move yourself through space, you know, how you walk. You can do some weird shit sometimes, you know. I do some weird stuff sometimes. Just by doing stuff like that, like how you move when you put a cup down. and how that changes your perception, the things you think about, the things you feel, the way you solve problems. And by, you know, taking yourself out to the park, for example, or taking yourself to a narrowed vision of something, or taking yourself into the pursuit of an art and creating something. There's just so many different ways, ideas of how to find out, you know. And I'm leaving it as vague as I am, because all of us are trying to find out some sort of thing. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I feel there's value in being open to constant growth. It is intimidating sometimes. We get tired. Breathing properly, though, is the best way to get yourself not tired anymore. Mel, the poet, says hello. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that so much, Lisa. I have to take my leave now. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Lane. We appreciate you sharing this space with us, my friend. I feel that, looking back, it's really weird to think about how scared I was about not being a Christian. Scared to not be a Christian, and how I would reject any conflicting information. It's a suffocating thought. It really was for me as well, Jovan, because it was like this almost permeable bubble I was like in, and then if I wasn't in it, then I was damned, you know. And it's like this limitation again. Like, I'll keep you some beer. Just a small little flick. Nah. All of it. This is the way. No suffocating us. We've been doing it 1,000 times over. We're gonna keep doing it as well. How are you so happy and positive every day? I come here with the belief that only love is real, friend. Be it in the sad times, be it in the hard times. Like today has been, I feel, at least in my opinion, one of the hardest streams for me to do. But there's so much love that can flow from it. Just the few obstacles that we were facing at the start of it. I'm so happy to be here with you, friends, though. I'm not happy all the time. We can be happy together, friend. But thank you for joining us. I'm sad here as well sometimes, so you can be sad here with us as well. Much love, melee. There we go. It is a group effort, absolutely. Mel definitely gets the ball rolling, though. It definitely is a group effort. I couldn't express it better myself. Thank you, Edmund, for being a part of this with me, my friend. There was supposedly, hey Theraniner, there was supposedly been evidence uncovered by scholars that indicates reincarnation was present in early versions of the Bible, but was later suppressed by the Pope. Reincarnation was present in early versions of the Bible and was later suppressed by the Pope. So, but resurrection or reincarnation, I misinterpreted. I thought resurrection for some reason. Man, that's interesting. So they were like, nah, this gives people too much to think about. Let's let them not think that much. Cut that. And sometimes Melt needs a little bit getting the ball rolling. Yeah, and you friends help so much as well. And that's what's so beautiful about it to me. Right? It's like I bring my torch. I believe that only love is real. The torch burns. Sometimes, I believe only love is real, and then, do I believe it? And it's like, like sparks a little bit. And then another friend shows up and proves to me, you know, shows to me in their loving embrace and their kind words, oh, look, only love is real. Psh, little spark, small little flame, another friend. Yes, look, hey, love is real. Hey, can you believe it? Love is real. And the torch burns, friend. And that's why I choose to carry it. Every single day we're going to melt more. We're going to burn that torch so hot and melt everything into it. Only in a loving way, of course. What are we smoking? Smoke some marijuana's, friend. Definitely. East Coast Rabbit, thank you for joining us, my friend. I cheer for you, love. Why do you think different people have different gods? It is clear that humans made gods to drive politics. That, definitely. And cultural understanding, belief, fluidity, experience, imagination, all play a factor. Language as well, all play a factor in how the imagination / articulation of a certain, the same at the end of the day, at least in my opinion, divine being. And with that attempt at articulation, we fall in disarray because we're like, oh yeah, I know what God is and this is what it is. And I know what this is, what it's all these small little like fragments, you know, little circles on the infinite pool of what God actually is. And when realizing that you're separating yourself from all of the other information, all of the other little pools, if you will, just because you want to hold on to this belief is limiting. You're stealing from yourself. A cheerful love. Why do you think... Oh, I've already read one. Yeah, that's what I think, friend. At least that's the theory of it for me. I don't know anything. Hey, okay, hugs. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for the hugs. Was religion before or after politics? Definitely after. I believe religion was definitely after politics. Wait a second. So it depends on what you consider religion. If our very like 100,000 years ago ancestors has some sort of religious system when it comes to the taking of like plant chemicals and psychedelic substances, then as a result of that structured nature and information flowing from that, I could imagine politics erupting from that. What a trip. What a trip. I think maybe now, actually, maybe religion came first. Can you switch your thinking? Yeah, sure. I don't know anything, but I feel it resonates in a way. Good points, insane, but no idea. Yeah, like that's it. I also had no idea, but I tried to articulate a little bit of my understanding or feeling of it. Is heaven a better place? Heaven is here, friend. Heaven is right now. Heaven is being able to take that breath. You're in heaven right now, my friend. And you'll return to heaven when you're not here as well. There's no discontinuation from being part of the loving essence that's God. Or the universe, if you will, as well. Any human naturally needs something to believe in. We used to worship statues and rocks, the sun, everything. Religion probably starts as just an agreement to one belief and a worship to build a stronger community. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, insane. And again, as you said it as well, a religion is when a bunch of people agree on what God is. Spirituality is when you pursue what God is. Yeah, at least that's the way I think about it. Because you can't know. You can't know, and therefore you can't agree on knowing. It's not possible. I feel the concept of religion came before politics, yeah, but maybe not our modern religions. There we go. Yep. I think ancient religions probably definitely influenced us in growth. Yes, my friend. Isn't that a neat theory? Religion happened because humans want something divinely in common. That I can see happening, you know. But I feel a lot of the religion, at least like I'm thinking about sun worship, for example, is kind of rooted in the understanding that you're separate from something again. You know, we're very much not separate from the star we're in. Not only do we rely on its light every day? As the light is fading right now. I don't want to leave. So we're still recording. I don't have my light here because I'm far away from a power outlet. But anyway, the worshipping of the sun as the god, like, sure, we're like surrounding it in its like gravitational field, and it projects these, you know, photons onto us that sustain us in our lives. But there is also this sun as a part of the Milky Way, you know, and the reason I understand as well the deification of this thing that gives us life, and imagining that as you know God, it can be some way that you can like unify people, because it's like, oh yes, this is the way, let's believe this is going to be something that serves us. You know, serving, loving of one another as a belief, I think that's God enough to me. Divinely. Totally agrees, insane. I have the same views. Some place so religion is all about politics, all of the politics. Yeah, it's entwined as well, unfortunately. More streamers could even be beneficial. They might attract people to watch a stream for the first time. Ones that might watch others too, all gain. Absolutely, Halate. I'm like 100% up for that, friend. You know, the more friends that can stream and share experience and love one another, the more love there's going to be in the world to be experienced and shared. You know, that just sounds like an infinite loop of good stuff to me. God is the hope to convince we are not alone when we actually are. My friend, I unfortunately do not believe we're alone at all. You know, like if you were truly alone in space, if you will, think about that, extremes, you would like cease to be, maybe. Ja, dat skiet al die hele tijd, je kan blijven skieten.
Niet skieten, maar zal skieten.
Sadat, dankie Buddha. My brother is like, we want to go and fire guns. I'm like, but you've been firing guns. He's like, we've not been firing guns that much. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay, you can fire guns. I still want to talk to you, friends. Did lose my point, though. Convinced we are not actually alone. Yes. So, if you were to be taken out of this, you know, just our world, right? And you're in the middle of space, actually, you know, alone. How long do you think you can continue to be before you cease to be? You're very much a part of this world. You're very much not alone, friend. Very, very much not alone. Culture, religion, countries, communities, families, every group of people have these similar principles of belief systems for how to act within it. So politics is no different, except it takes on a public debate. It's true. And public services as well, supposed to at least. And in most ways it does. Melt is one that caused me to start watching streams sometimes. It wasn't really my thing until I found Melt. I appreciate you so much, Edmund. Like, thank you for sharing your divine presence with the rest of the friends as well. You are so appreciated. I think there's a big difference between being religious. Oh man, didn't keep the rhythm up. I think there's a big difference between being religious and being spiritual. To me, somebody who is religious and follows the rules of the religion that they're following, someone who is spiritual does it from their heart and soul instincts. Yeah, there we go. Very beautifully put. I think you said the same thing I said as well, East Coast Rabbit. I appreciate you mirroring me, friend. It's so loved. Jesus loves you. It's one reason to love you. Love you too, my friend. Thank you so much for the love you're sharing. I appreciate you, Crypto. Thank you for the heartwarming as well. I've also never really gotten into the live streams. I love being here with you guys, though. I always appreciate the perspective it takes away from these. I appreciate you sharing your perspective of as well, Javan. Like, you're such a loving influence. After reading Mammy's message today, where she was feeling a little bit, you know, little voices inside the head that tell you lies, I reassured her by, at least in my way, visualizing, like, if the comments can be seen as layers of cake, beautiful comments can be seen as extra melty bits slash creamy bits slash flavor bits slash different bits of this cake. And the cake only becomes bigger and more delicious the more divine flavors and perspectives and individual expression gets put into it. And it's such a blessing to be eating of such rich cake. I cannot, like, it's bottomless as well. Like, the love will keep coming if I stay here for it. I can burst. Man, I love you, friends. Not necessarily my thing, but I love the stream watching, of course. Thank you so much, Edmund. I appreciate you sharing the space with us. I was so glad to see you on my stream this morning, Javan. I missed it, unfortunately. I hope it was a good one as well. On B. I didn't watch anyone else like I do without. You melt my heart. Thank you so much for saying that, Aunt B. I love you, friends, so much. Just, like, I feel, for me, it's also magnetic. You know, like, sometimes we'll leave earlier because I feel it becomes time. And with the sheer amount of feeling I'm feeling right now, I feel it has not been time yet, you know. And that to me is, again, living into the divinity of your moment, feeling from your place, your space, your divine individualized expression. I love staying here for you, friends, as well. It's such a blessing. I don't want anyone else. I love you, Aunt B. Wow, what a topic. So sad. I missed most of it. I hope you and your family are well. Love, hugs, to you and yours. Thank you so much, No Mix. It was a good one, friend. It will be uploaded to YouTube. If you're really interested, it was a good conversation. I think you would appreciate it. It was a little bit rocky the first maybe 20 minutes. Skip 20 minutes in, it'll get good. La 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 la. Yeah, that's a good way to scream. I love catching the haywire streams. I love your tranquility. Aunt B has those. I will lay your like, I'm thinking like tired body down, and I'll just kind of like stroke your head, being like, you'll be okay. That's like the energy I'm getting, just like this nurturing, loving, just warm energy from Aunt B every single time. She is such a loving presence. Truly the greatest place on the internet. It's in complete darkness now. Is it basically complete darkness? Something else. Yes, you can't see me. I'm a voice in the dark. Truly the internet, such a unique space and group of people that is more importantly than any of us ever realized. Edmund, you're more important than I could have ever realized, you know, and realizing how important you are to me makes me realize again how important it is, what it is we're doing, you know. And it goes for every single one of you, friends. Like, it's so important. Just having a place in which you know you are loved. You know, and it's, I feel my family doesn't understand. It's something that can't be explained right now. Maybe it doesn't need to be. Right, man. Only love is real. Only love is real, Toasty. Only love is real, my friend. It's insane. Love is all you need. John Lennon. Het is nacht. Het is nacht. Jy's reg. Dis insane. Dis heeltemal donker. Pikgiet swart donkerte. En geweerskote. I wish we could bottle up this love. I mean, it is as bottled as our technological devices can bottle it. Fortunately, I will continue to fill the cups, if you will, burn the torches, you know, share the love and light, my friend. And it's a blessing to do so. It's a blessing to have you, friends, share it with me as well. People have their needs to understand things. It's easier believing in an entity causing everything than it is to accept you don't understand something. It's true, Halate. People don't want to, accept. Just that in its own. People don't want to accept things sometimes. It's unfortunate. But how to say what actually is real, we all find out one day. Yep. And all we can do right now is be here for what is here right now. That's like the only thing that is guaranteed to be here right now, is the here right now. And trying to project your consciousness into the past or in the future. It can be beneficial in problem solving, but it shouldn't be the core of your existence. And that's what I believe we should take into consideration. So many superstitions because of that too. Yeah, you're very much right. Like a bottle of love juice. Hot and molten. Your phone is kind of like a bottle. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's insane. We can send love care packages around the world. We are doing that right now, my friend. We bottle it up in our hearts and release it here and everywhere. Yes. That's what I believe as well, Kira. And I'm so happy that you're saying that as well. It's like we all bring our torches together and we can burn extremely bright with the knowing that love is real. And then with the extra flames we have left, we can go out and illuminate other people's torches. And we don't necessarily lose flames because we are illuminating other people's torches. We're just maybe running out of steam sometimes, when our own ego catches up to us and wants to try and break us from doing that, bringing love, bringing light, trying to convince us that, oh, all of this love you're bringing, oh, look, you're trying too hard to bring this love. Yeah, fucking, of course I'm trying hard to bring the love. Have you seen the world? Have you seen the state of things? Do you feel like love is the resounding thing you're feeling from it? No? Then we have to change it. And we have to try hard. Yeah, we're gonna try hard. We're already trying hard, friends. I appreciate you trying with me. Everyone deserves a dose of melt fam love. Everyone does, friend. Everyone deserves love in general. We bottle up in our hearts. True, Akira. We are the vessel. There we go. Perfectly put. We are the vessel. Love is real. Love is real. I mean, safely. Talk more on Discord. Thank you, friend. Can you say things about the fifth dimension between religions and spirituality? The difference between religion and spirituality again. My understanding of it is that religion is when people agree or accept on what God is, and spirituality is the pursuit of what God is. Yeah, that's what I think the difference is. Anybody want to exchange real written mail? Candace has made me so excited for this. It sounds amazing. Like, I would love to participate, but I think it's not really feasible to do so with me being in South Africa at the moment. Maybe if I live closer to the Americas, if you will. But I hope you other friends would actually. There we go. I'd love to. Aunt B is on board. Giovanna is on board as well. You'll have more pen pals. What's up, man? 4 days into my sobriety, and once again, your streams always help. I'm really struggling coming here now to clear my head. Thank you, friend, for being here. You don't have to feel any resistance to this, friend. I know it's sometimes hard to believe that you are loved, that there's a reason for you to calm down, that there is this understanding within you that you are loved, that you are appreciated, that you are cared for, that you are seen, Royal. I appreciate you being here with us. I'm happy that you're on your 4th day of sobriety. I'm on my 5th day of fasting. So, I mean, I don't know if we have that much in common, but I feel it is both abstinence from something. So I'm happy to be in this energy with you, friend. I'm sending you love. I know it can be hard sometimes. You're stronger. You're so much stronger than anything you could have ever imagined, and so loved as well. I have to gear up for my Mini's 8th grade registration. We'll have a great day and take care. Aunt V, go and share your love and your light with the world as I know you would. I hope you have an amazing day. Stay strong. There we go. Oh, good. It's Candace's idea, and what a joyful one. Our Viking Queen is one of the kind creative geniuses. Oh, yes. Like, Viking Queen, Candace, I don't know if you're here right now, friend, but I'm just sending you good vibes out into the universe. Wherever you are, I can just see you with a smile on your face, playing with your kids, talking lovingly with your husband, sharing ideas, creating works of art. Yeah, just a divine being as well. She's been such a blessing. Net zoals jij, Weesel. Ik is lief voor jou, mijn moeder. Ik is lief voor jou, mijn moeder. I love you, my brother. Dum 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 dum. Love you, boop snooter. There we go. Yeah, the snoot booper. Royal Trump, 4 days. Well done. Yes, that's great, Alvin, and thank you for joining here us as well, man. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for sharing this space with me, friend. Pew pew. Why the gunfire? It's my brother. My brother has friends over, or a friend over, and firing gun, make loud boom, hit target. Yes. That's why. That's the most dumbed down version of how I can explain it. I mean, it can have some satisfaction. It's a visceral experience, you know. This explosion happening in your hand, and then this explosion propelling a piece of lead at ridiculous speeds at an object that you're pointing it at, and then being able to hit that thing that you're pointing it at with, you know, perceivable accuracy. It can be something that's exhilarating, but there's more to do with your consciousness, at least in my personal understanding of our experience. Pew 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 tasty. Wants to bang bang. Yeah, guns, dude. Yeah, I don't get it, but I don't judge it either. I that's the thing. Actually, that I'm lying. I get it, and for that reason, I don't judge it. But I think there is more. You know, there's a lot more. It's expensive as well. It's like it costs you money to do the thing. Like firing ammunition. Like money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Money, money. Every time you pew pew. Watch out. Who's got the Stormtrooper aim? Yeah, dude, the Stormtrooper aim. You had to like hear it like multiple fires, dude. Still trying to get that wacky tobacco. Of course, you have to, Fred. Tasty. I very much dislike ineffective hunters get good. I think they're just like firing at a target as many times or as many times as they can to see how many of the rounds they hit with something. I don't know. It's just in you. Thirsty is like really like, yeah, like I don't think they're hunting at something. Like, they're probably just shooting a gun at a target. Thirsty, thank you. Like I do agree with you on what you're saying. Like if there has to be like 7 hunters on the back of a truck pointing guns at the same deer, so that if the first person misses the shot, that 7 other people can shoot the deer as well. Like that's ineffective hunting. That is, yeah, not the way it's supposed to be. And on that level, I do agree, Toasty, and like I'm serious about that with you, my friend. Wait till it's dark to fire guns. Yeah, wait till it's dark to fire the guns. That's the way, right? Charles. And the thing is, I can't. What do I say? I can't say anything. You know, I don't want to be like in a place of separation either. So I accept it lovingly, and that's all I can do. That's all we can ever do. I missed your response. Yeah, you did, friend, and it was a good one. Yeah, it was a good one. Like you have to go back and listen it for yourself, Royal. Like I poured my soul out to you, friend. I'm kind of hurt. I'm just joking. I love you still, friend. Thank you for being here with us. Maybe he's doing target practice. I just pretended no animals ever get shot ever. It's a game of old school duck hunt. Yeah, no, never ever has ever happened. Man, I do believe in a lot of ways hunting did facilitate higher calorie diets that could facilitate brain growth in early hominoids. So in that way, I believe hunting is definitely a part of our nature and a part of the reason we have gotten as far as we have. But now as our technology is evolving, we can get to the point where instead of hunting in the forest, we can hunt in a lab, experiment to make our own food. And that's cool to me. You know, it just shows the divinity that tries to like emanate from our beings. He's doing target practice. Yeah, I think he is doing target practice. Where in the world are you? I'm in South Africa, my friend. Target practice, Splinter Cell, Black Ops mod. Melt in total darkness while gunfire goes on around him. It's like he's had to go underground to get the message out. Yeah, dude, like, friends, we're being hunted. Like, underground, puts arm over like bunker, fires gun a bunch of times, gets back in, shares love again. Fortunately, it's not that bad. But even if that's the case, I will still do the same. The shadow over the eyes is kind of eerie. Good contrast, you know, some darkness with light in the voice and with the message, if you will. Hey Meld, hey Klepto, thank you for joining me, my friend. It's so nice to have you here. I'm just about tuning out. What? Where? South Africa. Like, close, probably, if you're asking about the gunfire. My friends, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me today. I appreciate you being here. You have been such a loving embrace, such an amazing person, such a clear sign that only love is real. And I thank you for that, friends. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.